me, Friday the 24th of January. I had absolutely perfect execution yesterday, perfect trading. I was able to take my trades. I was able to add to it an appropriate area, and I was able to walk away for a good portion of the day and take care of everything else that I need to and set my stop and set my profits perfectly. If I had to choose a day to replicate every day from a target perspective, from a management perspective, this would be it. This is what I strive to do every single day. Now, there was much more of a move that happened to this, but again, I made my money. I did really well yesterday. So I'm going to share you a couple of trades today and what I was thinking going into the day. So this is going to be the NQ, which is the futures for the NASDAQ 100. I use the NASDAQ basically as my market bias to understand where the market is going. So I look to see support, resistance, what areas are we in, so I can make a determination whether I want to be long or short that day. Now, I do trade a lot of gaps, which are on their own, but as you get later into the day, things do follow the market. So really understanding where the market is for that day is very important. So we're going to look at the NQ here. So the NQ had this continuous run up on a daily chart into these previous pivot highs. Okay. So I was looking for profit taking. This is a healthy chart. I want to see when we get into these areas of significance, are we going to get profit taking? And one of my favorite strategies ever here happened. This is an hourly chart. Okay. We have this beautiful consolidation here and then a breakout. Breakouts fail. I tell people this all the time. Why do breakouts fail? Is because novice traders look for breakouts to enter, and a lot of professional traders use breakouts as a opportunity to get that increased volume and to get profit taking. So you see this slam. As soon as you break the new highs, you get slammed. It happens over and over and over again. So I was very specific that I wanted to see a retest of this big hourly area, and I can show you here on a 15-minute chart. So this is a 15-minute chart here. Look at this beautiful kind of pivot highs up here. Daily chart says we're ready for a pullback, and then how do we enter? Wait for that breakout, wait for the new buyers to be sucked in, and the professional selling to come in right away. So had a beautiful entry here. I'll show you. We had entered here basically right after the open. I think it was maybe 15 minutes within the open, because I didn't want to miss this. I wanted to be part of this, and this is my shotgun approach, what I keep telling everybody about. If you're in the area and you want to be in the position, get in something where you're doing half risk, and then look for opportunities to add. My favorite strategy is, I didn't know if I was going to get it, a breakout that failed, but I used that breakout that failed to add to this position. So I wasn't underwater position. I wasn't really worried about it. I knew that we were in an area. I just needed to be patient and manage it appropriately. So I added one contract here at 22.044, and then I added another contract on this pop here at 22.64. So there is basically a 20 points that I gave myself. I think I actually gave myself even a little bit more than that, almost 50 points of stop loss on this initial position before I got in. But I knew what the risk is, and I was looking for opportunities to add. I ended up taking one contract off, I believe. Where was that? I'll share that with you right now. Try to zoom in a little bit. Oh, I believe, yeah. So I took my contracts and my profits right in this areas at these lows, which is going to be basically coincide with the hourly lows in a significant area. Now, we did get a pop over that, and it was absolutely perfect. Now, this is how I managed this NQ. I did even better on the TTQ, TQQQ, which is going to be the ETF for the NASDAQ 100. So entered in right here, 200 shares, really gave this over $98. I took one target at 87.60, called it perfectly in the room and hit, and then it continued higher. Then I even said to the room, do not touch the back half. Keep the back half at the new highs, because there's no way that we should be over that. Wait for the 5-minute chart to pivot. Here's your pivot from a 5-minute chart. Reset my stop, and we never even looked at it again. Now, I did end up taking targets here. My ultimate target was $87. This thing did bleed for the rest of the day. I probably could have done a little bit better, but I followed my plan absolutely perfectly on this trade. Super easy. And if I can emulate this trading day like this and doing this every single day, this is what I strive to do, where I have a great understanding of direction, and I have a great execution on my plan, and I execute my plan flawlessly. The last trade that I took that really just kind of broke even, unfortunately, was the WMT, Walmart had this huge run up here. Okay, huge run up, pretty much very novice. The market was also topping out as well, and this is where I took it. So big move here. Okay, sets the top, and then I didn't take it until I saw this consolidation. When I saw this consolidation, my heart kind of skipped a beat, and I took this under 94.75 by high of day. And then I did not get this drop here, unfortunately, for a target, but I managed it perfectly. Ended up making only 10 cents a share, which is not a big deal, but this thing could have easily bled. I think my target for this was going to be closer to 94 bucks. Had this gone to $94, this would have been a home run. But just a perfect execution on this, and just being patient on letting the chart show you that it's the top. And you do notice that you get a pop here. You see this? That never even threatened my stop. My stop was all the way at the new highs, so I really didn't care. I was triggered here. I sat through this, but what I love about this the most is now I have a reduced stop. So now I can go ahead and put my stop at this pivot here and then continue there. If you can wait for this, if this happens all the time, this is where your entry should be, but unfortunately this does not happen all the time, and I can't anticipate it. So this consolidation was enough for me to say, hey, I want to be involved in this play, and managed it pretty good. It would have broken even either way. I was hoping that it was getting all the way down, but just perfect execution on this chart here. So I just wanted to share that with you. Join us for another recap next couple of days.